Hello everybody and welcome. So I'm starting early because a couple of things. Firstly, we're going to speak to Gaseo Jones of BPS who we're following tonight. So let's have a quick look at the chart, see where they're at. So they're going out with the guys they split last night with. So they went into the final last night against Sparta and beat them 2-0 on Normandy and then didn't get to Naval Frontier. And they're starting tonight on New Bay with a decider on Vineyards. So that's going to be going off on the hour. So before we get into that, we're set to speak to Gaseo in about another 5 minutes. So let's have a quick look at Normandy. And here he is. So just a quick flyer, quick overview. There's no noise at the moment. I've had to turn the noise down because when Gaseo comes in, we want to talk to him. We don't want to hear the game noise in the background. So that's why there's no noise at the moment. So this is Normandy. It's a nice big map. It's a lovely map. Now, we've seen some variations on this map recently. Some clans like taking things like a Leo 1 or even a T22 and then sticking them down here where the TD would normally be in public matches. And they mirror it from the other side with that bunker there from the other side, which is also where you normally stick a TD in pub matches. We've then seen if the clans are being aggressive, then they'll send their heavies and mediums up here. Sometimes they'll put their heavies straight into the sea, or they'll send them over here, try and get through this area, and try and push down onto there to really put some pressure on. Or in the alternative, if they go that way, they'll send them out wide, and again, try and push round and put pressure on. So it's all about around this, dominating this map around this area from the off. The reason they leave the Leo down there is because they generally send a light tank like a Vickers. Now, in public games, you normally get everybody stacking up on this ridge line, but in tournaments, you normally get a lone Vickers, 9 times out of 10, coming down here. If they get spotted, then that's why that medium is in the background. If not, then they'll just cap, and the medium will normally pull out and move to the other side of the map. That's one strat. I mean, there's multiple strats they can use. Another one, they can bring their heavies along here and try and push through, but 9 times out of 10, it's around this area. From the other side of the map, well, I've seen them stick a Leo in this corner, or even a 215B on occasion, so you just never know. And again, they're looking to push onto the cap, sometimes again mirroring the other side, pushing over this ridge, trying to get the pressure onto this area, especially if they're hauled down, and sometimes swinging right. The reason they do go to this area, by the way, is they're able to rotate easily back down to these areas if need be. But as I say in every single stream, they have multiple strats for these maps. Now, I think the other one was Vineyards, so we'll have a quick overview of Vineyards as well. Vineyards is always a great map. Again, it's nice and big, oddly enough, just like Normandy. So we'll have a quick look at that. Let's get up high into to the top of it. So with Vineyards, what you generally have from this map, from this spawn, sorry, is normally you get a fast cap going here to this B cap, and then if they're feeling totally aggressive, they will send some tanks like mediums, fastish tanks, even cran wagons up there, and they will sometimes send their heavies to get over this line and get around here. That way they can push onto that A cap and really give it some pressure. You'll also find on occasion an IS-4 or something of that caliber parked behind this rock. From the other side, well, you normally get some clans sticking their big lumbering heavies down here with the fast capper, but instead of getting over that ridge, you will see them swing down, come onto here, and try and get to this area here to put the pressure onto the cap. In the alternative, you do get clans going around the C cap, but not straight through it like you normally see in pub games. Normally they go around wide, stay unspotted as much as possible, and then try to make some moves. Generally speaking, on the tournament side, you get a lot of action, but on this open area. Although if you do get clans going into the C cap, then yeah, you will get them brawling down there. But again, as I say, it all depends on the meta. They have multiple strats for multiple maps. So let's see if we can get hold of good old Gaseo Jones. He should be around. Let's give him a call on Discord and see if he's there. Excuse me while I cough. It's been... Gaseo, how you doing? Hello, how are you? Oh, hang on a minute. For some reason, I've not got you on Discord. If you're not coming up on the thing, bear with me 2 seconds. That shouldn't be happening. Bear with me. I hear you, but
Yeah, okay.
Excellent. They now hear you on the stream. So, good evening, Gaseo. I'm not going to keep you too long because I know you're due out in 20 minutes, but I just want to bounce some things off you, really ask you some questions. So, first and foremost, wowzers, you turned over Sparta last night in the final and you're going out straight away with them today? How does that work?
Yeah. I don't know, the seating, well, a little bit unlucky, I guess.
Well, I mean, you're going out on Normandy first off tonight, and I've just done a quick flyover.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What? I think it was Normandy. Was it Normandy, or did I get it completely wrong?
Yeah, it was actually.
It is Normandy.
Same team, same map. Yeah.
Oh no way! That's crazy. Now you got me questioning. Now, did I get the wrong map? But I mean, what are your views on what? I mean, what's your least favourite map? Oh, it's New Bay, not Normandy. It's New Bay. New Bay. My bad.
Okay, then it's fine. Well, my least favorite map, I guess Castilla.
Yeah, I don't think many people like that.
Yeah. Or Hellas, probably. One of the two, I guess.
Okay, and what would you say is your favourite map? That's a tough one, yeah.
That's a difficult question, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess some symmetrical map, like maybe Malinovka or Rockfield, since it's balanced for both teams.
They are pretty balanced, yeah. I mean, when I do the flyovers, I mean, it's pretty much mirrored image on a lot of positions. So, yeah, I didn't really look at it
for both teams.
Yeah, I didn't really look at it that way until I started doing all these flyovers. But I mean, so you like the symmetrical maps? What about the really big maps? Because Normandy is a big map, and Faust is a pretty big map.
Yeah, I like Normandy and Faust actually. Yeah, I like them.
Oh, excellent. Now the other thing,
I find them interesting.
Yeah, well, they are because obviously, as I say when we do the flyovers, it's pretty difficult to predict what you guys are going to do because you have multiple meta selections in multiple strats for these maps. But you know, so when you've got a big map, it must be a pain to actually do all the strats for these things.
Yeah, well, you have to think about a lot of things, of course.
Obviously,
the bigger the map is, I guess, the most difficult. Yeah.
Yeah. A couple of things. I mean, a lot of people getting confused over BPS because there's two. There's BPS and then there's BPS. And the variance is basically dash, BPS dash, or BPS dash.
Yeah.
Now, you're not the same clan, but you are affiliated. And basically, the BPS that you're in is affiliated to the original BPS, but effectively you're a rebrand of ACVA. Would that be fair to say?
I mean, it would be fair to say, yeah, I guess a lot of players were in Aqua. That's true. Not all, but yeah. Most of them
but not all.
Were in Aqua. And yeah.
But to just to sort of put everything to bed, you're not the first team or the second team of BPS. You're not the first clan or the second clan. You just happen to be affiliated. It's very confusing to some people.
Yeah, I mean, there's no first or second team. Like, we wanted to be both equally good teams, and I think we are actually both top 4, top 8 teams for sure. And yeah, but the thing is, we didn't want to stack caps like 2 teams in same clan. That's stupid for us. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
yes, 2 teams separately, but in BPS basically, but 2 teams.
Yeah, so basically both teams stand on their own 2 feet. If the one team goes out, then they go out with those cups, and the other team, if it goes through, they don't share the cups. It's as simple as that, realistically.
No sharing.
Yeah. So
we just share clan tag.
You just share the clan tag, yeah. Now, the other thing that a lot of people would have noticed is that, let's be honest, you guys like to play quite aggressively. You're quite an aggressive team. Would that be fair to say?
See, you think so? I mean, yeah, I think we are actually.
On some strats, on some strats, you're very
Yeah,
aggressive.
I mean, you're thinking about those 50 Bs on Yukon, I guess, or
Well, I'm thinking firstly the 50Bs on Yukon, and then secondly what you did last night on Canal. I mean, that was.
yeah, well, Canal, yeah,
I mean, the second game on
well, I
Canal
mean,
was quite aggressive. Let's be honest.
yeah, yeah. If I'm honest, it was, yeah. I mean, yeah, I think we're very aggressive. Um, Sometimes I think we're more aggressive than I want to. I like more passive gameplay, but I mean, it is what it is, I guess. It's working good, and we're making good things with it. So I guess keep going forward.
Absolutely. Now you're sitting quite nicely in the table at the moment, I believe. In fact, you're sitting very nicely indeed. Um, you got through to today. A lot of named clans didn't get through today. Raid being one of them, Vale being another one of them. So a lot of clans are sort of fallen foul of PYS number 3.
Yeah.
Are the clans that you face? I mean, is there a particular clan that you look at and say, "Ooh, they're tricky"? And I'm thinking sort of like, do you have these sort of feelings towards Endgame or Serenity, for example?
Yeah, of course. I mean, if we go through, we will meet Endgame at semifinals probably. So of course, it will be the toughest game tonight probably. But in my opinion, just I am that type of guy that even though we're facing like 40 percenters, I don't really want to troll because I don't know. I just feel
Yeah.
like tryharding all the time and just as securing the win, fast win, and that's it. Like you can go chill because sometimes happens that good teams maybe throw one game because of trolling, and then the second game can happen because I'm Amorak or something, and you just get out and no caps for you. You know.
Yeah, that
So I
can
just feel like
happen.
tryharding all the time. Yeah.
Well, that can happen. I
But
mean,
yeah, of course, Endgame is the toughest opponent for sure tonight.
yeah, I mean, we so far over the last. I mean, I did Asia this morning. I also did NA this morning, and then EU last night. There was an ammo rack in the Vale game in EU last night. In the opening games, a full ammo rack on an IS4. There was an ammo rack on NA,
Yeah.
a full ammo rack on an E5 as he was just rotating in the opening sort of throws of the game on Rockfield. And then on Asia, there was an ammo rack on Canal in like the first minute of the game as well. So I
Oh
mean,
my god, RNG.
yeah, but the thing is, I mean, when you lose a tank that early, it really puts you on the back foot. And all these teams then struggled to come back from that. And I mean, have you faced a situation in tournament where you sort of lose a tank through RNG, full ammo rack, because it is more luck than skill to get an ammo rack, to be fair.
Yeah, of course.
And,
I
and
mean,
then
yeah, it
and
is.
then you're like, wow, what do we do? We were already a gun down, we're the points down, and you know, does it have a massive impact on the team? Do you all sort of dig a bit deeper, or you know, do you get a bit demoralised? What sort
Yeah,
of?
well, of course. Like it has to weigh. If you do the Amorak to the enemy team, all the team goes like crazy in voice chat. It's like, yeah, everyone starts to laugh. Doesn't matter if it's against in Twister finals or just a quick tournament. Everyone starts laughing, and it's obviously because it's funny. But of course, when they do it to you, the baby rage starts. You know,
I can
everyone
imagine.
starts crying, and yeah, it's really tough when you get Amoraked or some of your teammates do, and you lose the game because of that.
I've seen some strange ones. I was streaming IW against Raid in PYS number 2, I believe, in the final group, and they were on Vineyards, and there was a full ammo rack on a mouse. Poor IW. It was a mouse, and it was like in the first sort of first 30, 40 seconds of the game, they were just moving into position by the cap, and boom, just gone, just like that. So
3k HP, bye bye.
well, that's the thing. I mean, firstly, it's you know, you don't normally see mouses get ammo racked that often, and then you know, you take a mouse in a tournament for a reason, and all of a sudden you lost 3.1k HP in one foul movement. I can just imagine how poor High W felt. They must have been so demoralised with that.
Yeah, it is indeed, yeah.
But I mean, very mindful of the time. So just one last question, mate. Are you finding this season what, more challenging, less challenging, better, not as good as winter season? I mean, what are your thoughts on the spring season so far? I know we're only halfway through, but what are your thoughts about it so far?
Yeah. Well, I think it's tough season because there's always more teams each season. In my opinion, like if you compare it to winter season, now like top 16 team actually has like difference of 1K caps or less between the top 8 right now. So it's like so close, and yeah, it's pretty close. And more the time gets, like more tournaments, more teams, more skill the individual players have. So it will be more tough for everyone, and I think it's already showing. And also, the seeding is not helping at all
No.
a lot of teams.
Yeah.
So yeah, seeding is making it worse. But I mean, it's not an excuse at all.
No, I mean, it's a much condensed season, so it's probably a little bit tougher as well with those 2 PYSs missing. It makes it a bit tougher. You can't really... You can miss probably 1 rotation into the final stage, but not 2. So
Yeah,
it's a bit tougher in that respect. But anyway, Gaseo, you've got 10 minutes before you kick off. So, my friend, really thank you for joining us for this brief chat this evening. I wish you the best of luck tonight. Hopefully you're going to ride a bit higher and get from that 4th place, get up into that top 3. And I'm sure you'll have an entertaining evening. We are following you, of course, so we'll be getting to see all the action. So seriously, best of luck for you and the guys tonight.
Yeah.
And again, thanks for talking to us, mate. And I'll catch you soon. Go and get your head ready. Talk to you later, mate. All the best.
See you, man.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks.
Bye bye. So that was Gaseo Jones. He's a great chap, by the way. Really nice chap. Lovely to talk to. Now, yeah, it was because they played Sparta last night and they went out on Normandy, and I had it in my mind, and even Gaseo had it in his mind that they were doing the same thing. But my bad. Not to worry, we'll look at New Bay now. It gets confusing when they're going out one after the other. So let's have a look at New Bay anyway. New Bay is an interesting map as well. I don't need this anymore. New Bay is an interesting map also. It looks big, but it's actually not as big as you think because of the buildings. Now, what you generally see on New Bay in public tours is everybody sort of hightails it to that cap from this spawn. And don't get me wrong, you do get some clans taking some tanks down there. But some clans like to take mediums, lights, and even Grand Wagons, even E5s, up into the ramp areas from both sides of the map, oddly enough. They also like to send super heavies, not into the cap, but generally around this area. That way they can pick up anything that's going to try and come across and sit on that crossroads. Now, tanks do sit on this crossroads because firstly you can get nicely hauled down, and then secondly, if anybody tries to cross, then you can smack them. So they like to send super heavies down here, which is why some clans like to send their super heavies here, just to counter that. Not only that, they've also got this sort of road, I don't know what you want to call it, side street, that allows them to get there. Don't get me wrong, they will most likely send a tank into the B cap, but it's not always the case. Now, I have seen some clans, like I believe it was Endgame, send 250Bs straight down here, straight onto this flyover, not even bothering the cap, through here to get to this position and put shots into the back of the opposition, which was a fantastic strat. Very aggressive. And I've also seen clans send their tanks down this route as well in a very aggressive move. From the other side, well, again, the ramps is favoured by a lot of clans because you can get a lot of cross shots down into the park area and you've got some good haul down positions. Moving over, well, some clans like to send their heavies into the cap, try and fast cap it, and then try possibly to put some pressure on the B cap with support from these areas just in case. But as you heard me say to the Gaseo, and as we've spoken to others, these guys have multiple strats for these maps. So there's no guarantee. All we can do is give you an overview. So we should be getting the room invite anytime soon. We are going out straight away onto New Bay. It's going to be BPS dash against Sparta, who they played last night in the final. So very, 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 very interesting indeed. That they've been picked again after playing each other in the final last night. Whilst we're waiting, I'm going to just open a container or two. There you go. And I got an avatar and some boosters. And another one. And I got some boosters. Now, before we move any further, got to remind you of this. I'm not the only one streaming. So if you go down to current, go down to, obviously, in the garage, if you want to see the others, go down to tournaments, click on current, click on final stage, click on streams, and, well, there's only 3 listed, which is Wild Ones, Halper, Amunet, and Every. For some reason mine isn't listed. Don't know why. I do not know why. It was put in there. It is in there. I don't know why it's not showing. It's very disappointing. It's very, very disappointing. I think there's been a bit of an error. Let me just grab hold of Cyrus. Well, I'm definitely there. But my stream's not listed. But not to worry. I mean, I'm definitely there. It's just that the stream isn't listed. Not a big deal. Everybody knows that we're doing BPS. So there's the tournament notification. We'll jump in, we'll accept, and we'll jump out. So, not a big deal, like I said. I mean, sorry, I've jumped out. I didn't show you, did I? I was being a complete sort of plonker. So go back in. I got flustered. So you've got my stream. Aside from that, you've got Wild Ones Halper, who's going out with Astra versus Dodge, and then he'll go through the bracket. You've got Amunet, who's got A1N1 initially versus JO46. I think she is following A1N1, but she'll go through the bracket. And then you've got Every with Imor versus Serenity. I believe he's following Serenity, but he will go through the bracket in any event. So whichever way you look at it, and Every's also asked for 3rd place. So whichever way you look at it, there is plenty to see out there tonight, everybody. So, but we are with BPS, and here we go. Look, so we're going out on New Bay, BPS on the North Spawn, Sparta on the South Spawn. Sparta are ready up first. We have Cookie in a Kranwagen, Aardvard in an E5, Extreme in an E5, Norbert in an E100, Patrick in a Kranwagen, Free Vavon in a T22, and Stage, hi Stage, in a T22. We are waiting for BPS to fully ready up here. So far we have Gaseo Jones, who we've just spoken to, in the Kranwagen, Evil Fantasy in a Mouse, H2O Clio in a T22, H2O Ricky in a T22, Mac Ghosty in an E5, Commie in an E5, and Effalump taking his time, but he's probably going to be in a Vickers. Probably. But he is taking his time, bless him. I'm just going to take some... He has got over 2 minutes, so you can't blame him. You cannot blame him for taking his time. There we go, he goes in a Kranwagen. So, super heavy there for both teams. E100 on Sparta's team and Evil Fantasy in the Mouse there. Aside from that, a lot of hull-down tanks. And that 2 T22s for BPS, that is interesting, but 2 T22s for the other side. So when you look at this, when you look at the way the meta is stacking up on both sides, it is pretty much even Stevens apart from E100 against Mouse. Aside from that, it's pretty much the same selection. They're going for that mobility with the T22s, with the hold-down capabilities of the E5s and the Kranwagons, who also have decent mobility, let's not lie. You know, they do have decent mobility also. We've got just over a minute to go, so no doubt the clans are just, you know, getting to understand, getting to grips with what they need to do. So it's a different BPS. Spicy. There are two BPSs. There's dash, BPS dash, and then there's BPS dash. Then that's the two BPSs. So there are two of them. Less than a minute now before we kick off. Vabon, hello. You're in the game, mate. You're kicking off in like 40 seconds. No, Vabon. So, just over half a minute. This is going to be a great game. I mean, as I said there, it's interesting because streaming them, BPS do appear to be quite an aggressive clan. They do like it. They do like their aggression. But as you heard there from Gaseo, sometimes they're too aggressive even for his liking. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play this one. Are they going to take the battle out there? They are one of those clans, like most of the top 4 clans. They like to control the map. And it's all about control. Anyway, there's no noise at the moment. I apologise for that. I've got to stick it back on. I completely forgot because I turned it off for Gaseo Jones. But you don't need it. Not really. I'll put it on in the next game. We've got plenty of time. Looking at the hit points. Wow, pretty much not much in it. Yeah, okay. BPS get that extra hit points. Mainly because they've got that mouse. Anyway, let's go up into the back. And as you can see, the mouse is going towards the B cap. And everybody else, as I sort of showed you on the flyover, they are going up. H2O Ricky, however, is probably looking to go down here. Cleo gets smacked as he comes across. And you can see we have the Sparta also coming up to the ramps. The TT-22s are dropping down. Like I pointed out, that's what Endgame did with the AMX-50s. And as you can see, apart from the ramps here, again, Sparta coming through the middle with that E100. And again, the mouse of Evil Fantasy of BPS looking to get into that spot. Freevaban is right out wide in the C cap. So cap advantage has gone to Sparta here. And it's almost like they predicted, well, not really, because Stige has turned around. He was going to go down, but now Sparta are pushing on to BPS on the ramps here. Looking to close down the likes of Gaseo Jones in that crown wagon. He does have Commie in support. Effalump and Mac Ghosty are trying to put shots in as well. And, Gaseo Jones, whilst he was being the focus, poor old Stige goes down. Lots of rolls going into him. And as I said, Evil Fantasy is looking worse for wear here in the mouse. Down he goes. So Evil Fantasy is down. Ghosty is on a 22 hit points. Well, he was on 22 hit points. But Norbert is down. Extreme from the North is down. Stige is down. So 3 tanks down for Sparta. And Aardvarde is looking like he's going to go down here. He's being pummeled and harassed by Gaseo Jones and Effalump. Effalump is now on his longest reload. And so is Gaseo Jones. But he should take out Aardvarde here. Gaseo, there he goes. Taken out actually by H2O Cleo. Effalump being protected by Gaseo Jones. Stopping Cookie Ranger from putting any shots in. Cleo is trying to help out. Commie is coming in. Trying to put shots into free Vabon. Vabon's going to go down here. Commie should be able to load up. Put one into his front. There he goes. Leaving Cookie Ranger and Patrick. Cookie Ranger is being pushed by H2O Ricky. But let's get over to Patrick. He's up on the ramp and surrounded in the crown wagon here. Down he goes, courtesy of Gaseo Jones. Leaving Cookie Ranger as the last man standing. Not much he can do. But promising start there for Sparta. But great consolidation and movement in focus fire from the BPS lot. They're going to be tough to beat, guys. I mean, you can see there, Gaseo Jones didn't actually lose any HP. And he was being pushed at one stage. So it takes some doing that. So let me just jump out of here and put the sound back on because you're not hearing anything because I turned it down when we spoke to Gaseo. Sorry about that, my bad. I completely forgot. But I wanted you to hear what Gaseo had to say rather than things going off in the background. So we're going to switch those spawn points now here on New Bay. This time we'll have BPS on the south spawn, Sparta on the north spawn. We're just going to wait for them. But he's Newbie plays with the other BPS. No, not this BPS. He plays with the other BPS. That's dash BPS dash. So anyway, they've readied up. We will have Gaseo Jones in a clan wagon, Evil Fantasy in a mouse, H2O Cleo now in a bat chat, H2O Ricky in a 215B, Mac Ghosty in an e5, Commie in an e5, and Heffalump in an e5. So removing those T22s and one of those Crown Wagons, bringing in a Bat Chat, a 215B, and an extra e5. Moving over to Sparta, well, we have Cookie in an e5, Aardvardt in an e5, Extreme from the North in an is4, Norbert in a Crown Wagon, Patrick in a Crown Wagon, Free Vabon in a T22, and Stidge in a Mouse. So that's what we're looking at now. I'm just going to have a sweetie, if you don't mind. Nicely said, Treadhead Pete. Tried to explain to my wife what an Heffalump is. You guys work it out. On the grounds that heifer is what? A cow? And lump is just big. You work it out yourself. 7 seconds to go. Less than that now. We're going now into... I mean, already BPS have got 1 foot into the next stage. At the expense of Sparta. But, you know, Sparta, not too shabby. Up against the top 4 clan. And not only that, a clan that's in form as well. I mean, BPS, this BPS is in form. So I wonder what they're going to do this time. Looks like, wow, Ghosty has just been asked by Heffalump if he's going to the ramp, and he said yes. So we got Cleo in the back chat heading towards the ramps. This time we've got the E5s. Well, they're going around the long way. Ricky is behind in the 215B. Sparta also heading for the ramps, apart from Free Vabon. He's going the other way. So let's just get around. We'll leave those there because Ghosty is going up the ramps this side. Heffalump is dropped into the C cap. So is Free Vabon dropped into the B cap. They're now forgetting the B cap. No, Gaseo Jones is going to stay there. Heffalump is looking to push onto 3 Vabon. He has got support with Commie there. Free Vabon is pretty isolated, but at the moment, can't really do much. Evil Fantasy is going to come across Stidge in the Mouse. He does have Ghosty on the ramp as well to give him some support with shots going down. But Ghosty does have his hands full with Cookie Ranger pushing along with Extreme from the North in an IS-4. Now, Sparta see an opportunity here to take out both Ghosty and Evil Fantasy. Ghosty down he goes. I don't know if that was an ammo rack coming in from the Crown Wagon. He lost a lot of hit points very quickly. Could have been. This time H2O Cleo is the focus of attention rather than Evil Fantasy. Let's just get down. These flyovers are a bit of a nightmare. So H2O Ricky is trying to put pressure onto Cookie Ranger. Free Vabon, well, he's managed to turn her out of there, and he's getting out of there with some good HP. Again, Gaseo Jones, he's not even scratched his paintwork. Evil Fantasy is being really harassed here by Stidge in the Mouse and the Crown Wagon and Patrick and Aardvardt coming round in the E5. Down goes H2O Cleo. Evil Fantasy is going to go down. He's a one-shot. Vabon is gone, and so is Cookie Ranger. But can Gaseo Jones do anything? Oh, Evil Fantasy was lasting a long time there. He finally does go down. So 3 tanks down now. Commie is hightailing it round to try and get shots in. But we're going to move over here because Heffalump, they're looking to close down Norbert. Heffalump is looking to put one into his bottom plate. Down he goes. Good shot by Heffalump there. Now Gaseo Jones is finally starting to lose HP. Commie is now being harassed by Patrick and by Stidge. He may not survive this battle. I don't think Stidge is able to put a high roll into him and take him out in one shot. I think he's a 2-shot to the Mouse. No, he is a 1-shot, and Stidge does in fact high roll. So it's 3 against 4. But Extreme from the North here is being bullied by Ricky and Heffalump. Poor old Extreme from the North in the IS-4. Gaseo Jones, however, is out on his own. He's going to be putting shots into Patrick. The points at the moment favour Sparta. Oh, it's now 3 against 3. Hit points are just about favouring Sparta. Gaseo Jones manages to hightail it out of there. It's a Mouse, an E5 and a Crown Wagon against a 215B, an E5 and a Crown Wagon. The 215B of Ricky, well, he's lost just over half his hit points, so is Gaseo Jones, but Heffalump is very, very healthy. But then again, that Mouse of Stidge is very healthy, and so Well, no, Aardvark and Patrick are also not as healthy. Oh, that's a good shot. Coming into the bottom plate there. I think it was an HE roll by Gaseo Jones into Patrick there. Ricky, oh, he's going to be pushed by Stitch in the mouse. Aardvark and Patrick just trying to get into cover here. Effelum coming round. He can feel that he can get some shots in. Gets a nice roll into the Crown Wagon. Crown Wagon goes down. Now they're going to focus Aardvark. Leave the mouse till last while he toys with the 215B. Gaseo Jones, however, is a one-shot. Ricky is doing sterling work there against the mouse. He finally goes down. Gaseo Jones, oh, did he just bounce? Aardvark bounced Gaseo. That could be instrumental. Down goes Aardvark, leaving Stige left in the mouse. Now, Gaseo Jones here is a one-shot. Effelump, however, is very healthy. He is effectively a three-shot, unless Stige obviously high rolls again. So, what is Stige going to do here? Now, oh, that's a good shot in by Gaseo Jones. Stige has got to be careful because they will try and farm him. They will put, and they are farming him. They're putting those shots into that bottom plate. And you can see here, I mean, that bounce on Gaseo Jones by Aardvark, I think it was a bounce. That is the thing that hurt them here. They would have preferred to have 2 against 2. Maybe take it. Well, they would have preferred to have the mouse and the E5 taking on Effelump rather than this poor old mouse taking on Effelump and Gaseo Jones. He has whittled it. Don't get me wrong. He's whittled Effelump down here, but he is a one-shot. Effelump. Oh, Effelump bounces. That is critical. However, Stige is now on a reload. Gaseo Jones, got to be careful because he also bounces. He is a HE roll for Stige. So Stige can actually turn this around. Take it to a decider. Gaseo Jones, oh, he tries to get it into the cheek. This is great stuff from both of them. Oh, Stige finally brings it round. That was a fantastic game. To be fair, I really thought that Effelump and Gaseo were going to take it. At one stage, Stige was really getting farmed. But he composed himself, bless him, and he went on to do 6.3k damage. Fantastic stuff. As you can see, BPS knocking out more damage. Stige coming out of that battle as a one-shot. You're not going to get much closer than that, guys. We're now going to go to Vineyards. So, ooh, it's all going to be interesting. Nail-biting stuff. We will have BPS on that north spawn. Sparta on the south. So we have Gaseo Jones in a T22, Evil Fantasy in a Crown Wagon, H2O Clio in a Bat Chat, Mac Ghosty in a Crown Wagon, Commie in an AMX 50B, Edgar's coming in an AMX 50B, so double 50B strat here for BPS, and Kuma from the north in a T22. Moving over to Sparta, well, we have Cookie in an E5, Aardvark in a TVP, Extreme from the north in an E5, Patrick in a Crown Wagon, Vabon, free Vabon that is, in a TVP, Michael coming in an E5, and Stige, the hero of the hour, in a Vickers Light. Wowzers, he must be riding high, big smile on his face. Everybody needs to pat him on the back in Sparta at the moment. So BPS weren't expecting that. To be fair, Stige played it well. Gaseo Jones and Effelump doing what they could, but oof, wow, that was just a fantastic game. And if nobody likes that game, I mean, where have you been hiding, eh? Because that was nail biting. And don't forget, this is just the first game of the evening. Hit points, wow, they're in favour of BPS here. So BPS will be looking to take that to an advantage. It's only 300, it's not a massive advantage, not at this level of the game, but they will be looking to use it as much as they can. nail-biting stuff here. So let's go fine to the back of the map. And now we have got BPS taking the T22s up. H2O clear in the back chat's probably going to fast cap. 50B and the Crown Wagons are, well, looks like Evil Fantasy and Ghosty are going down. Extreme from the north is heading towards the town, but the rest of them, Bat Chat there have cleared, spotting everybody. Literally, they've all gone north, the TVPs, along with an E5. And H2O Cleo really spotting everybody up there. And that sends great messages to the T22s and the AMX-50Bs. Kami has jumped into the A cap. He will cap, therefore, and get the base points going in favour here on BPS. Now the T22s are coming round, looking to push down onto Free Vabon, who's going to be on a very long reload very quickly. And here comes the T22s of Kuma and Gaseo. Free Vabon, he's on his long reload. He's got to get out of dodge. He can't do anything at all. T22s, now the 50B of Edgar's coming in as well. That turned Sparta to react. They've had no choice. Cleo's gone down, but Edgar here looking to put pressure onto these TVPs. Aardvard is reloading. Edgar, oh, he gets a good roll into Vabon, but now Vabon is just reloading again. Aardvard, well, what can I say here? Aardvard is fully loaded. Kami here, look at this by Sparta. This is great stuff from Sparta. Down goes Patrick though, and down goes Gaseo Jones. Down goes Aardvard, but down goes Edgar. Oh, dearie me. Down goes Free Vabon. It's like tanks going left, right, and centre. But we've got Kami and Kuma here, 2 against 3. However, over this side, Evil Fantasy and Ghosty, they're picking on Extreme. Leave that battle. That's going to go to Evil Fantasy. Get back over here. I mean, this is critical stuff. Kuma is now a one-shot. He's trying to get up close and personal to Michael here in the E5, but it doesn't work. Kami is now on his long reload. It's 3 against 3. Here come the Crown Wagons, Ghosty and Evil Fantasy trying to get in there. Kami is not going to survive. He's not going to last. He's not going to be able to load up in time. The E5 is going to be able to put one into him. There he goes. He does manage to get one into Cookie Ranger. Now it's Ghosty and Evil Fantasy. Michael is a one-shot, but Cookie Ranger isn't, and nor is Stidge. This is actually going down to the wire, and Grit is great stuff from Sparta. Really got the bit between their teeth. And yeah, I know, I'm a jinx. I interviewed Raid, they lost. I interviewed IW, they lost. I've interviewed BPS, they've lost. No one's going to be interviewing me anymore. Ghosty, however, is very, very healthy. Cookie Ranger is not. They should be able to put one shot into him here. They leave him on next to no hit points, like 4 hit points. I mean, come on. BPS do have the cap advantage, however. Now we've got the Stidge there and the Vickers trying to put shots across. Oh, down goes Evil Fantasy. That was not expected. Ghosty now. He needs to get rid of Michael. He needs to get rid of Michael. They have got the points. He needs to get safe if possible. Can he get safe? 950. It's next to... Oh, but Stidge does a great move. Gets around the back of the Crown Wagon. No, it's going to go. Oh, my God. BPS, go down. My giddy aunt. No one's going to ever do an interview with me ever again. 3 clans I've interviewed. 3 clans go out in the first game. But what a game. What is going on with Stidge? Seriously, I mean, the hero of the hour. BPS going down here to Sparta. That wasn't on the court on the books, especially considering last night, and that is wow. I mean, wow. Great move to begin with by BPS, taking those tanks through into, waiting for the TVPs to be on their reload and then pushing through. But a great counter reaction by Sparta. You can't say fairer than that. I mean, Sparta played a fantastic game. Unbelievable game. And so close in both battles. And that man Stidge did it on New Bay. He's now done it here on Vineyards. He is taking Sparta forward. BPS will not progress today. Big blow, but you know, it's not gonna be massive blow for them. They're still in the top 8. They're still in the top 4. I would think even after that. So wowzers. So who's gone through so far? Well, so far Astra, Zenith, Serenity, Wreckham, Crackham. Well, we know Sparta are through. It looks like A1N1 went down. No, they haven't gone down. They've gone through. They're playing IW next on Normandy. Imor. How did Imor get on? They were out against Serenity and they lost 2-0. We went out with Sparta. Well, we went out with BPS. That is a shocker. They are now going to go out against Cash. I don't know Cash, to be fair. Half is my love, Mr. Savage, Natty. Aye. Stop crying for me. Gold Kid. I know Sin Kia. And that's about it. They've just played JO 46. So we're going out at 32 minutes past the hour. That's 12 minutes from now. And wowzers. What a game. Still going to get over that. What a game. Unbelievable game. Unbelievable game. And I'm telling you, no one's going to teach me anymore. They're not going to let me interview them anymore. But enough of that. Let's watch Rolling Swan in a Type 62. Let me just do that, and then you can dump my ugly mug off. I mean, could those games be any closer? I don't think they can. I don't think they could be any closer. Unbelievably close. Unbelievably close. I mean, wowzers. I don't know what's going on with Stitch. I don't know what he's been drinking or taking today. He suddenly became OP. 10k damage in 2 games, Stitch. 11k damage actually in 2 games. What's going on, big man? Well played, Stitch. He is the hero of the hour, to be fair. He's clearly up for it. Clearly. Absolutely Viking AA. I'm telling you, they're not going to speak to me anymore. No one's going to speak to me anymore. They're going to say, don't speak to him. Every time you speak to him, you die. You don't progress. You go out. But those are 2 really tight games. And to be perfectly honest with you, if I'm being, you know, let's not beat around the bush. Stidge has played his heart out there. He really has. I mean, as an individual effort, unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's an unbelievable game. And don't get me wrong, I mean, BPS really didn't put a foot wrong. But when you've got a player on fire like that in Stidge, it was on fire, man. Oof. I mean, wowzers. There's not much you can do about it. Absolutely excess. I bet your hands were shaking like mad, Stidge. Like I said, man of the hour, man. Stidge is the man of the hour. Yeah, I mean, you played your heart out there, mate, and what can I say? I mean, 6.3k in the mouse, 5 point something k there in the Vickers. Oof, you're on fire, man. I mean, like I said, I mean, BPS clearly didn't put that many feet wrong. to be honest with you. Okay, they you know, they lost a few early tanks and got bled a little bit, but for Stygian, then it would have been a different thing. I mean, you've got a guy who's done 2 games and dished out almost 12k damage in 2 games. I mean, that is obscene amounts of damage in a tournament, to be fair, against a top 4 clan. And, I mean, you saw the first game, what BPS are absolutely capable of, and they are absolutely capable of that. Unbelievable stuff. It was absolutely beautiful gameplay from both teams. Beautiful. And that to me is that. I'll be honest with you. I've seen some great games so far in the spring season. That to me, that opening match here in the final of PYS number 3, that is the game. Those 3 games, well, the last 2 games at least, are the games of the season for me so far. They are nail biters. They are down to the wire, and they are showing individual effort, not just in one player. I mean, don't underestimate what BPS did with Heffelump and Gaseo Jones, holding against 4 tanks, and then whittling Stidge down in that mouse. But for Stidge to then seriously carry in the first game, and do the amount of damage that he did in the Vickers, playing some amazing gameplay, having the foresight. I mean, don't forget, BPS were 20 points, 15 points away from winning the game on base points. And Stidge had the foresight not to just go straight at the Kranwagen, but to get round the back of the Kranwagen. That is a beautiful play. And I'll tell you this for a fact, guys. I mean, this is tournament level. This isn't quite quick tours. And at tournament level, these guys are thinking a couple of stages ahead, yes. But their reaction times, you know, you've got to be quick. You've got to be quick. So Stidge pulling out moves like that is just absolutely awesome at this level of the game. Unbelievably awesome. Don't underestimate what he's just done. Seriously. Seriously. Because he is just, wow, that was just madness what he's done. Beautiful to watch. Amazing to watch. And I know Stidge, he's a great chap, and you know, he's always been around the tour scene, but trying to get up there, and you know, you've just seen how good the guy is, and that's beautiful. That was Rolling Swarm of the BPS clan, which is dash BPS dash, not BPS dash, but dash BPS dash. We have got 5 minutes, so I can't do another replay, unfortunately, because of that. So I'm going to ready up. We're going out with Sparta and Cash. Let's have a look at the tournament listing. We've still got quite a few minutes. Let's see who the heartbreaks are, because there's going to be a few. So let's go down to the bottom. So the heartbreaks are obviously Dodge, Immor, BPS, and JO46. Going through is BPS. So that's the other BPS. That's dash BPS dash. They are going out against Zenith. I didn't do the flyovers because I already did, what's it called, Normandy. Endgame, they turned over no, they didn't play yet, but they're going out now against FV207, who they played last night. And look at that, they played on Normandy, and they're going out tonight on Normandy. Shocker. Reti, well, let's see how Reti are going out. They haven't been out yet, they're now going out against Orecum. Loca are on a charge. They're crawling their way back. They haven't gone out yet. They're going out now against Kraken S. So and then APA. Well, APA I think got a bye. Yeah, they're going out against Serenity. And we know that IW reckon Kraken S and all the rest of them. So interesting stuff. We're going to jump into this room. Sparta are not here yet. They're too busy in my stream. So we have Cash rated up first. The only one I know is Sin Kia down here in the E5. We have Stop Crying in a Crown Wagon. Who's this? Mrs. Savage in an E5. This is Mr. Savage in a T22. Ibuprofen in an E5. Gold Kid in a Crown. And this is Half Is My Love in an E5. Now Sparta are rocking up now. Probably riding on a high, not expecting to take down BPS. It's a big scalp. It is a big scalp. It's not really going to dent BPS, as I said. They're still going to be in the top 8. And, I mean, looking at the way it's stacking at the moment, they may drop down to 5th place, but that's about it. It's nothing major for them. They're still going to be top 8 going into POS number 4, so it's not going to be hurting them. So we have Sparta now ready up. We have Aardvark in an E5, Extreme from the North in an E5. Oh, I don't know. I've forgotten who you are, sorry. Milu Tintin, of course it is Milu Tintin. Milu Tintin in E5, Patrick in a Kranwagen, Threevabon in a T62A, Michael Kranwagen, and the man of the hour, Stidge. In a 215B this time. So, are we going to see some more amazing stuff from the hero of Sparta? This is Sparta! Or wherever he says it. Oh, what am I doing? No webcam. Hello, I'm back. And, you know, Gerald Butler in 300 does have a beard. Nice beard. Like me. Nice beard. So, there you go, look. I mean, that was my... Because if you ever watch that film, you know, it's pretty horrendous when Gerald Butler says, this is Sparta. But I do like the film, and I do like Gerald Butler as an actor, by the way. Well, that's a good idea, actually. It maybe Gravitas in BPS. Which one's Gravitas and which one's BPS? That's the other thing. Because when we get them come through, we just get them down as BPS dash BPS dash BPS dash. Anyway, here we go on Normandy. Big map. Sparta will be riding high, looking forward to punishing Cash. But they're not going to be a pushover Cash, I don't think. Stidge there. Still riding high, saying... They're all saying good luck to everybody, blah, blah, blah. Nice to see. Hit points are in favour of Cash at the moment, but it's next to nothing. It ain't going to really make a difference. Let's get a fly into the back of the map. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Savage. Very nice eyes. Threevabon agrees as well. That's always nice to see. So, when we did the flyover, you can see here they're not sending anything down to that area. They're going to the sea cap and then going out wide. Cash. That's what we sort of did when we looked at the flyover. Moving over to see what Sparta are doing. Wow, Threevabon is down there in the T62 with an E5 looking at A. Aardvark has jumped in, and again, they've sort of picked the spots that we saw in the flyover. Cash will take the early lead on the cap points, and they're stacking their tanks up on the ridge here, looking to put pressure onto Aardvark. They're thinking that there may be something in the corner, maybe a 215B, but it's not there. Aardvark is being punished here by Mrs. Savage. And Stop Crying For Me and Ibuprofen are coming round, trying to put shots into Aardvark. Aardvark is the target here, and it's good focus fire. Down he goes. Now we've got Extreme from the North pushing on to Gold Kid, but the Crown Wagon of Michael has been stuck in the middle there. Extreme from the North is going to go down. Down he goes. Oh, this is good stuff by Cash. Told you there won't be a pushover. Stidges come rolling in. There he goes. Oh, Mrs. Savage goes down, but 2 tanks down, and Michael is going to go down here. Down he goes. 3 tanks down now. So, bit of a brawl in the middle area. Mr. and Mrs. Savage are down. That sounds awesome when you say it like that. Ibuprofen is being pushed. Stidge is the target here. They want to get the hero down. But down goes Ibuprofen. Stidge is still alive. Still alive, but finally Stidge is taken out. It's 3 against... Oh, half is my love goes down. It's 3 against 3. And the hit points, wow, favouring Cash just. Base points are also favouring Cash. You got Friva Bonnie and the T62 running away from Stop Crying For Me. Stop Crying For Me trying to get those shots into the rear, but not going to happen. Sinkia toying here with Milu Tintin and Patrick. Gold Kid is running away, trying to get out of trouble. I don't know if that's a good move, Gold Kid. Got a lot of shots into the back of him there. Patrick here, well, Sinkia now is in trouble because Friva Bon is rotated round. Down goes Gold Kid. Sinkia really being pushed because he's the danger moreover than the Kranwagen of Stop Crying For Me. Oh, Sinkia is looking worse for wear. He's now a 1-shot. They managed to get Patrick down. Sinkia's got to get into safety. Milu Tintin is looking for the kill. Down he goes, which means Stop Crying For Me in the Kranwagen. Last man standing against an E5 and a T62. Sparta are going to turn this around, I think. And they are going to turn it around. I really thought Sinkia had gone down. It looked like he had, but apparently he hadn't. But he has now. Anyway. Down goes Stop Crying For Me. That was close. That was good stuff. So, Cash losing out there. Sparta turning it around. Courtesy this time of the new hero, and that is Friva Bon, with his 6.3k damage. Sparta are on fire tonight. Absolutely on fire. We're now going to change those spawn points. This time Sparta on the south spawn and Cash on the north spawn. Sparta have readied up. They're eager. We have Ardvard in an E5, Extreme from the north in an E5, Milu Tintin in an E5, Patrick in a Kranwagen, Friva Bon in a T22, Michael in a Kranwagen, and Stidge in a Leo 1. Moving over to Cash. Wow, we have... I've forgotten that, the full name. Sorry, Half. Half is my love, of course. Half is my love in an E5, Gold Kid in a Kranwagen, Ibuprofen in an E5, Mr. Savage in an E5, Mrs. Savage in a Vickers, Sinkia in an E5, and Stop Crying For Me in a Kranwagen. Stitch potentially jumping out of a Leo and into a Vickers Light. There we go, look. That was good play by both clans there. I mean, Cash did have the upper hand at one stage, but I think Stop Crying. I think it was Stop Crying chasing. No, it was Gold Kid. Sorry, Gold Kid was looking to get out of trouble, but in doing so, took a lot of shots to the back of the tank, which didn't help. Sort of whittled down his hit points really, really quickly. That didn't help out at all. But that was then. This is now. How are we going to play this one, guys? Well, hit points are going in the favour of Cash again. Cash were impressive. Just they almost had it. They really, really took it to the line there again. It doesn't look as close. I mean, you know, there's 2 tanks left on the on the Sparta side. But it is actually closer than you think. So this time we will have Mrs. Savage and the Vickers rolling through to get those early spots on the ridge. Sinkia and Stop Crying For Me, E5 and Kranwagen respectively, heading towards the B-cap. Look at Vickers there and Mrs. Savage trying to get those spots. Spot Stitch in the Vickers. We've got Extreme from the north end of the B-cap. A-cap. Friva Bon, as I pointed out, holding into that position over there. Milu Tintin getting into that C cap. Kranwagen of Michael and just holding, and Aardvark just sitting back. Patrick also coming in. Now they're looking to get the A cap. So they're moving through towards the A cap, and the B cap are Sparta. Cash are just stacking up here, looking to put pressure down this middle. Mrs. Savage is looking to try and get those spots. Yeah, if Stitch is around, he's in the game at the moment, so let's let him concentrate on the game. Mrs. Savage is gone now, right down to that area that I pointed out when we did the flyover, just hanging back there. If you noticed, Extreme and Free Vabon are not, they are now capping the A cap. They didn't want to at first because that gives away their positions. Now we're looking at the jostling here. Cash at the moment do have a base point advantage, but that's quickly going to go. No clan has bled at all yet. Neither team. Let me go down here to see what Mrs. Savage is doing, because they're trying to get the spots. They know that they're doing it A. Now look at the rotation here from Sparta. They're going to rotate. They're going to leave probably Extreme down there. Free Babon in the corner. Now Stitch is coming back up. Now what they've done, Cash is now going down. This could allow Sparta to push right through the C and the D cap area. Mr. Savage knows that there's going to be something in that corner. And look at the way Sparta are not reacting. They're leaving Extreme from the north down here. We have 4 tanks from Cash down, 3 tanks up, and only one. Well, Free Vabon's in the T22. He can rotate wherever he wants. But I'm just intrigued to see Sparta. Now Cash are moving back up to the top of the map. Considering that, well, they think that they don't know where the teams are. That's the problem. This is Savage. And this is the thing, they're just in positions that even though the Vickers has got a great view range, can't spot those tanks behind buildings. So now we have Cash pushing onto Aardvark, but as they do so, they're going to get into a lot of crossfire from the way Sparta have lined up. So Aardvark is the attention here, but Michael coming in, Patrick coming in, now we've got bleeding going left, right and centre. Aardvark has dropped his reactionary armour, and his reactive armour is helping him out there, but it's now a one-shot. He is going to go down. Maybe. They need to finish Aardvark. They do finish Aardvark, but now Ibuprofen is losing hit points rapidly. He's got to be careful here. He's in an E5, and Michael coming in to finish him off. Great move. Now, Gold Kid is going to be pummeled here. They've lost Mrs. Savage in the Vickers as well. So Cash are bleeding heavily here. Half Is My Love is also being bled over on this side. Milu Tintin valiantly holding, same as Michael here in the Kranwagen. Finally Michael gets taken out, but it's now 4 against, well, 4. But hit points are favouring Cash. Stitch is a one-shot, but so is Gold Kid. Gold Kid goes down. We've got Extreme from the north. Free Vabon again. Still very healthy at T22. Stitch is running around trying to get this cap. Sinkier chasing him down. Sinkier looking to try and get rid of this Vickers. That'll be a good kill for them, but at the same time, Free Vabon coming in. Stitch doing fantastic stuff, but not enough. But Sinkier could go down here. It's 3-on-3. Patrick is being pummeled. I'm going to leave that battle. The T22 will probably win it. Moving back over here. Patrick is looking worse for wear. They need to focus fire on these low hit point tanks. Stop crying for me. Look, you can see Extreme from the north is not interested. And it goes to Sparta on the points. Well done, Stitch, for getting round there. They got to finish those tanks off. They've just got to finish them off. You can see there that's really good stuff. Stitch went down. But again, rolling around the map and taking all those cap points really did help. That was a close one. I mean, a little bit more time, maybe, just maybe, Cash would have got rid of Patrick and potentially Extreme from the north. They definitely need 5 in the Kranwagen left. The T22 was out on the other side, but the cap points came back to bite them. And what we see here is some fantastic games, really going to the wire. Oof. Oof. Unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff. Anyway, I'm going to play another replay. I think we deserve another replay. I think we deserve another replay. Oof. Oh, yo. I've got to think which one I haven't played. I can't remember. Oh, dearie me. Oof. Well, let's play another Rolling Swarm because he sent 2 in. Might as well. So let me just drop that off. Don't need to see my other.
Let's get this show on the road.
Well, we can get some replays coming down on Discord. We're not going out until 4 minutes past the hour anyway. It's another, what, 19 minutes from now. Oh, dearie me, what an evening it's been so far. This has been absolutely edge of the seat type stuff, guys. What a great PYS number 3 this has been. I feel like Russell Crowe now. Are you not entertained? That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's some amazing stuff.
Enemy armor is damaged.
You seriously cannot fault the gameplay we've seen tonight from all the clans. I mean, admittedly, we've only seen Cash, BPS, or Gravitas, and I don't know which one's which. Which one's which, Bella? I don't know which one's which. And obviously Sparta. But boy, have they given us some amazing gameplay. Seriously, amazing gameplay. I mean, those opening games, you're not going to get nail-biting stuff like that in tournaments that often. And boy, it was nail-biting. And even the last 2 games, whilst it looked like it was like easy victory for Sparta, it really wasn't. Cash took it all the way to the line as well. As I said, Sparta are on fire tonight. They're up for it. They are up for it. And fair play to them. They're playing their socks off. What a strange expression. How do you play your socks off? Apparently you do. But boy, they are playing with purpose and determination, and that you just cannot knock, and it's beautiful to watch. Absolutely beautiful to watch. I'm being honest, you're not... personally for me, the Sparta BPS second game on New Bay and final game on Vineyards, those are the games of the series, of the season, spring season so far. I know we're only halfway through, but that's why I'm saying so far, because we could see more. But wow, it's been awesome. It's absolutely been awesome. But I think Sparta are going to have a tough opponent next, in the guise of Endgame. I believe Endgame are the next opponent. If I go back to what Gaseo was saying, absolutely do believe Gaseo said that in the semi-finals, if they got to the semi-finals, they will be coming across Endgame. So Sparta really need to keep it together. They've been playing spectacularly tonight. Endgame are not invincible. They are not invincible. We did see Vale take them down. Admittedly, they only had 6 players on the one game. But that doesn't matter. They're still not invincible. That's, of course, assuming Endgame got through. We don't know if they did. We will check straight after Mr. Swarm's replay. There you go, 6.2k, 4 kills, 640 bounced, no doubt off its backside, because it's a Sheridan. Great little mastery. Did he carry? A little bit. Not to the extent of a stage, but a little bit. Great play there by Rolling. So let's have a look at the scores on the doors. As you do. Oh, dearie me. Oh, any upsets? Wow, we got Sparta, Endgame, Reti, and IW through so far. What is going on with Serenity? Well, the Serenity is still playing against APA, so we're still waiting on the result of this one. It looks like it's probably gone to a decider. This is the crucial one. Oh no, they're playing Reti. That's the quarterfinal, not the semi-final. Oh yeah, of course. Duh, it's the quarterfinal. I'm such a plonker sometimes. But you can forgive me a little bit. My streams are sort of merging into streams. It's like the new Blade Runner. You know, streams within streams within streams within streams. Yeah, I'm talking crap. It's called waffling in English. I am now waffling, to be honest with you. So, we'll begin to Reti next. 11 minutes past the hour, so we've still got time for more replays. Reti on their way through, taking over and turning over Reckham. Let's find those other replays, guys. By the time we've seen some more replays. This is Sponge of Pincer, who is in the chat. Hello, Sponge. This is your replay, man. So, yeah, as I was saying, anyway, we had a disappointing Asia stream today because obviously there something went down with the Asia service. So we've got to the stream is going to be done. The tournament for PYS number 3 is going to be done tomorrow. However, I have got NA later. Well, it's later for you guys. It's early in the morning for me. So yeah, it does go that way. Oof. What an evening so far. It really has been fantastic. Absolutely fantastic to watch. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be taking the mantle away from Jack. But I'm not actually jinxing a tour. He jinxed a tour. He jinxed an entire tour. Not just once. He jinxed an entire tour like 3 times. He jinxed the only tour he didn't jinx was NA. He jinxed EU, he jinxed Asia, and he jinxed CIS. Me, I've just jinxed little games that they can come back from. To be honest with you. You know, I'm not a full Jack's jinxer. You know, it doesn't work that way with me. But yeah, at this rate, no one's going to want to talk to me before the games. Simple as that, really. I'm not even asking anything, you know, difficult. Not really. But yeah, I'm going to say don't speak to him. You go out in the first round. So I had Raid and PYS 1. They lost to IW in the first game on PYS 1 final round. I then interviewed IW. They lost against Raid in the first game in PYS number 2. Now I've spoken to BPS, and well, they went out in the first round as well to Sparta. Yeah. Some reputational damage, methinks. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not meant to jinx anybody. It's a great move here. Look at this, 4.8k. Oh! He used AP. Shouldn't have used AP. No, should have used Hesh. Hesh all the way, man. Great game, though. Well-deserved mastery. Beautiful game there by Sponge546 of Pincer, who, by the way, I'm following later on NA. Let's have a look at one more replay. Sponge again. He sent me 2. Nice. Thank you, Sponge. I think this one's a ratings battle. I can't remember if he said it was or not. Obviously in a grill, so that's lovely. Then we have got 10, well, we've got 9 minutes, so we have got plenty of time. Nothing net force. There's only so much waffling you can do in between the games. To be honest with you, my friend. Raid aren't through, Florian. They didn't get through to today. They missed out on today. Quite a few of the name clans did. Vale didn't get through. The Raid didn't go through. So there were some upsets. What an evening. What a really bloody good evening. People keep saying, you know, are there any rewards on these streams? Yes, there is. My laid-back, friendly demeanour and the absolutely amazing gameplay. Trust me, those rewards are much better than avatars and boosters. 100% better. You don't need avatars and you don't need boosters as a reward when you get awesome stream names that we've seen. This is what happens when you put the spore line on the grill. You get to reduce those HP, those HE rolls. Poor E75, being bullied. And another reduced HE roll, courtesy of the spore liner. So 2.2k damage already. Oof, oof. Hello, Yuri. Take a bit of that. Love it. And again, bye-bye Jaegeroo. Here comes the object, toying with a mouse, looking for that back plate here with the HE roll. Just can't get him because he's hidden behind the carcass of the E75, but he just tracks him. Was that just a track? I think it was, but no, it wasn't a track. The object is going to go down. Not yet, but about very shortly. Got an E3 and an E50 lamb left. There goes the object. E3 would be a lovely tank to farm from the back, but he's not hit the back. He has fired. Nice tracking shot. Now he's a one-shot to everybody on the field. This K91 should be able to finish him off. And AFK, free farming. Oh, yeah. That's what you want to see. Free farm. Free farm, free farm, free farm. Only a second class, but 4.4k damage and 47 ratings points. So, we should get the invite through around now, and we have. There it is. Let's jump in. Let's ready up, and let's jump out again and see what happened between Serenity and APA. Well, Serenity turning over APA, getting into the quarterfinals here today. They will go out against Loca. So there you go. We're going to go on Port Bay with the Maroons being the decider. No need to do the flyovers. Everybody knows Port Bay. We've seen it. I've flown over it many, many times. So can't do that. Sorry. Oh, fantastic stuff. So let's jump in. We're just waiting for them to turn up. They'll turn up eventually. You've got plenty of time. Got over 3 minutes. Oh no, I've almost run out of coffee. I have now run out of coffee. So I haven't, I do know the guys from Reti, but I haven't streamed them yet this season, so I need to familiarise myself. We have Charlie Scene. Hello, Charlie. Mac Shocky. No, Spitty. I always get confused with those two. Orange Tomato. What a great name, Orange Tomato. Pencil Case. I know Pencil Case. The Ad, or the Addy. Forever Green. Of course it is. And Vicky Cabadai. So, looking at Reti, they are going out here on the North Spawn on Port Bay. Sorry, the South Spawn on Port Bay. Sparta on the North Spawn. Neither clan is readied up yet, but they've got over 2 minutes, so we'll give it to the minute. Well, Simon, how can I prove he's not a jinx on the grounds that it'll be after the game finishes? However, Sparta have readied up first. We have Cookie in a Crown Wagon, Aardvark in an E5, Extreme from the North in an E5, Patrick in a Crown Wagon, 3 Vabon in a T22, Michael in a Mouse, and Stage in a T22. Moving over to Reti, they've now read it up. We have Charlie in a Leo 1, Max Spitty in a Vickers, Orange Tomato in an IS4, Pencil Case in a Kranwagen, the Addy in an E5, Forever in an E5, and Vicky. I'm just going to say Vicky because I'll get the rest of it wrong. I'm sorry. In a Kranwagen. Looking at the way they're lining up there, well, I'm saying that's probably going to be. The Mouse is definitely going to be going towards the B cap area. T22s, well, they may be going to the C cap, so maybe a B and a C strat for Sparta. Looking at Reti, well, they've got a Leo 1 that can get around the map quite nicely along with the Vickers. They could be going to the A cap, or they could be going to the C cap over the other side. The rest of the tanks are nicely hauled down apart from the IS-4, no super heavy, so this could be either a full-on A or a full-on C. I don't know, and that's the problem. You just never know. Oh, look, forgot the blimmin' thing again. Here I am, Mr. Beard. You get to see a beard. You don't need rewards. You've got a beard. What do you want, guys? Bearded man. So, just under half a minute to go. Here in the quarterfinals of Prove Your Skill, number 3, final stage. Oof, oof. Sparta have been on fire so far. Are they going to be able to turn over Retty? Well, we'll find out in seconds few. Good, interesting meta selection, to be fair. I mean, Leo won and Vickers together. Hit points, wow, just favouring Sparta, mainly because they have got a super duper mouse. That super heavy, that German super heavy really does help you bump up your meta. Sorry, your HP pool. Anyway, let's go pie into the back of the map. And we've got Free Vabon going over. He's only going for the spots by looks on it. The mouse is heading towards the B cap, and the Crown Wagons, along with Stidge and the other T22, probably overlooking that A cap. Extreme from the north is just going to be overlooking the B cap, just protecting the mouse a little bit. Max Spitty in the Vickers, also heading for the C cap, just for the spots, nothing else. Rotating round the map, let's see what Retty are doing. Well, the Addy is also looking for those shots over, and the Crown Wagons here, Vicky, Pencil Case, probably overlooking the B cap area. Orange Tomatoes going down. And we have Forever Green in the E5 out towards the A cap, overlooking that. Shots are going across. Well, we have Cookie Ranger in a great position. That is a nice position when you stick a tank like that in it. So let's just move to the lighthouse. This way we can get to see most of the map. So both T22s now. Stidge looks like he's gone onto the bridge. Yes, he has. Just to oversee that C cap. Free Barbon is also there. The Vickers, Max Spitty is just over the back. The Mouse, well, nobody's pushing into any caps as of yet. Cookie Ranger is down there to make sure if anything goes into the A cap, he can try and reset it. The Mouse here of Michael is just trying to get into position with Extreme from the north, trying to get shots down the line. See, if the reason why Extreme from the north is here is he can get shots down that line into that IS-4 just about. Only just. The IS-4 is nicely side-scraping. Now the C-cap is being taken by Free Vabon. This may spur... No, he is pulling back out again, mainly because he's seen an E5 there as well. If we go back over here, you can see that Charlie Scene in the Leo is just there, quite up high behind the rocks, ready to pounce if anything goes in. At the moment, the first blood has been taken onto the Mouse, but the Mouse can take it. So, tentative game this one from both teams. Neither team looking to really push onto any direction at this moment in time. Free Bavon here rotating all the way around, back through the spawn. Game positioning there. It looks like Sparta are waiting. Get past the windmill. Sorry, the lighthouse. Sparta are waiting for Retty to make the move, and Retty are waiting for Sparta to make him move. So it's pretty difficult. At the moment, we have Ardvard and Stidge just down a little bit, overlooking. They're not pushing over. They're just by the road, as you can see. And on the other side, we have Max Spitty and the Ardi in a Vickers and an E5. Again, on the road, not pushing over. Pencil Case is rotating round, though, along with the other Crown Wagon by looks on it. But just down in the dip. Now, all we've got now is just Charlie Scene overlooking. So, Retty are stacking their tanks up on the C-cap side. In fact, they're stacking all of them. Stidge will need to spot them all. They're all dropping their boosters, as you can see, and they're going to push right through. Stidge has spotted. He has seen it. He's going to get out of there. They are now going to cap. This is allowing the Crown Wagons to push. Free Vabon in the T22 will now cap on the A cap. Blind shots going in. So the A cap is being taken. Charlie Scene has been spotted in that Leo. He is going to get out of dodge because he's going to get a lot of attention very quickly. And there we go. So Cookie Rangers had a bloody nose, but Charlie Scene, oh, that's a great shot, and he hits the rock. And that's another great shot. Charlie Scene's got to get out of there. He has no choice. He's got to get to safety, but he's not. And down he goes. Oof. This has allowed Michael here to jump into the B cap in the Mouse. So now what we've got good positioning by Sparta, putting the pressure on. They've got 2 cap points and they're a tank to the greater. And they've got the additional... they haven't got the hit points, however, but they are to the greater good with the tank. So now Reti are pushing on to Michael in the mouse. We've got Orange Tomato and the Addy coming in. Michael is in a mouse, so he's going to be able to take it. And they are just basically trying to farm and whittle down those hit points on the likes of Orange Tomato and the Addy. Michael gets out of there. Stidge puts a good shot into Orange Tomato. Orange Tomato is in trouble here. But then again, so is Extreme from the north. But down goes Orange Tomato, courtesy of Free for Bond. Forever Green is going to take down Extreme from the north here. He's going to go. He's not going to last. Down he goes. Now we've got a brawl. Oof! Hardvard goes down. So 2 tanks down for Sparta, but 3 tanks down. 3 tanks down apiece now. Mouse is finally being taken out of the equation. Free Vabon and Stidge are trying to hassle Pencil Case. Free Vabon definitely trying to hassle Pencil Case. Stidge is now going to go and hassle the Vickers, whilst Free Vabon here tussles with Pencil Case. Cookie Ranger and Patrick, however, well, we've got Vicky and Forever Green. Here comes Max Spitty. Free Vabon coming in to help out with Forever Green. Evergreen may go down here. Here's a one-shot. Oh, that was a low HE roll into the back deck. Stidge coming around. Down goes. Oh, but Free Vabon goes down. That's a blow. 3 on 3. Stidge now toying with Pencil Case, trying to get those shots into the back engine deck. Patrick is coming around to help Pencil Case, to help Stidge with Pencil Case. Pencil Case goes down. Cookie Ranger and Max Spitty here. Cookie Ranger needs to load up. Stidge needs to go and help with the Vickers. Needs to forget the crown. Oh, Patrick goes down courtesy of Spitty. Spitty taking down the Crown Wagon. They need to get rid of this Vickers. He really is a pain. Not only does he have great mobility, not only has a great reload, but he also has a great driver in Max Spitty. Spitty is a very good player. Vicky, well, look at the points. Look at the points. The points are in favour here of Sparta. But they've got to be careful because Cookie Ranger is going to be focused. And Cookie Ranger is focused. Max Spitty is going to get around and put shots into his rear. There goes one of them. Cookie Ranger gets a good shot into Max Spitty, but he's on his long reload. Spitty will be able to get him down here. No, he bounces. Oh, that's a danger, danger, danger. Cookie manages to take him. He didn't need that bounce, and it goes to Sparta. And as he keeps saying, bounces cost games. And, you know, Max Spitty had a great game, did 5k damage. And when you least expect him to bounce, he bounces. Oh my life. How close was that? Great stuff again from Cookie Ranger and Stidge on Sparta. They are really on fire tonight. So we are going to change those spawn points. Sparta now on the south spawn. Reti on the north spawn. Sparta look like they're going to be rated up first, potentially. Doesn't look like there's going to be a change to their meta. Oh no, there is. Cookie is going to be in an IS-4. Aardvard in an E5. Extreme from the north in the IS-4 now. Patrick in a Crown Wagon. Free Vabon in a T22, Michael again in a mouse, and Stidge in a T22. Moving over to Reti. Well, they're not all ready yet, so we've got to give them some time. So they're readying up now. We have Charlie in a Super Conch, Max Spitty this time in an STB1, Orange Tomato in a Crown Wagon, Pencil Case in a Crown Wagon, the Addy in a T22, Vicky in a Crown Wagon, and just waiting for forever. Oh, going into a Crown Wagon. So, oh, but Pencil Case may be changing. And Pencil Case drops into a T22. So again, it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, Super Conch, STB, that's a C strat, I would think. Especially with that Super Conch. Charlie last time, I believe, was in the Leo 1, so that's why it's a different map. Sorry, same map, different position, obviously, different spawn. So he'll probably be looking to use that Super Conch down on the seaside, as in the sea cap side, not the seaside, which is where you go and have like the beach and everything. But you just never know. Free Vabon is already told everybody he's going to base C, so That's nice for him, yeah.
Let's get this show on the road.
Let's get a pie to the back. So, Freeva Bomb there in the T22 heading out towards the sea. The rest of the team, the mouse is going to be overlooking the B cap again. Probably the rest of them are going to be overlooking A and B. But you can see here that Reti are full on heading to the C cap at this moment in time. Pencil Case is going to come over. Spitty is going to go to the C. The Addy is also going to go to the C. Charlie Scene is also in the Super Conch going down. So Freeva Bomb is spotting. They are capping C. The entire team is there, so they will get the early cap point, but the A cap will be taken. Pencil Case here may be able to get shots into 3 Vabon. 3 Vabon has got to get into safety, and he does. So let's move over because there's nothing now happening on this side of the map. Although Aardvark is there, they can't see that. So at the moment, the advantage is with Reti, not with Sparta. Reti have got the cap point lead. Sparta, however, have managed to take a bit of a bloody nose into Vicky in the Crown Wagon. Now you've got Charlie here stacking himself up in the Super Conch. You can see the tanks of Sparta though, 3 of them. You've got my mouse is far too sensitive. Aardvark, Patrick and Stitch just covering that flank just in case. Freeva Barn is moving all the way, rotating all the way back through the spawn. We got the Ice Force, a Cookie Ranger and Extreme in the port area with the mouse overlooking the B cap. So at the moment, Reti just need to cover the B cap, which is why they're stacking their tanks like this. They're just there to cover that B cap. Vicky has moved out of the position that they were in a minute ago and rotated back to this just to cover the B cap as well. So the B cap is firmly covered here. Now, if this was a public game, you would see everybody just hightailing into the B cap. It's a tournament, so what probably happen is there will probably be a double move here into the B cap, as well as doing either a feint push down the flank or something on. Oh, Charlie Scene just sticks his nose out a little bit too much there and gets a bit of a smack. So there may be a feint before, and there is a feint. So we've got Freeva Bod and Cookie Ranger moving at the same time. B cap is going to be taken by the mouse. So this is how they do it. So they try and feint you with a push either left or right, and the feint has come from this side with this sort of tentative push. It was only there to sort of make them think that they were coming that way. So now Sparta will start getting those points. Now you can see Reti are going to try and rotate around the map through Sparta's spawn, try and put pressure on. Patrick and Aardvark are here, and they are outnumbered, to be fair. It's going to be 3 against 2. So, and you got a T22 over there. Where is Stitch? There he is. He has now been spotted and smacked, so he's got to get down and out. So it is 3 on 3 over here, potentially. Aardvark puts a good shot into Pencil Case there in the T22. The mouse of Michael has moved out. Now Freeva Bon and Cookie Ranger are pushing into Vicky there in the double tapping into Vicky in the Crown Wagon as Vicky tries to get the B cap. Pencil Case, however, goes down. This is a good move by Sparta, but look at Reti trying to counter-react. Got Charlie Scene, the Addy, and Orange Tomato coming round, trying to put pressure onto the Aardvark. But look at the points, they're 5 away, and they get it on the points. With Vicky going down in the centre area. That was why Vabon and Extreme from the North was there. Really good games, and Sparta take it into the semi-final. Really good stuff there, well played by both clans. Really tentative stuff, more strategic rather than aggression. And again, really, really good to watch. So congratulations Sparta, commiserations to Reti. No, my pleasure, Imperium. Sorry, mate, can't do one of those. Can't do a platoon. Not possible. But thank you anyway. Let's have a look, see if we've got any more scores on the doors. It reminds me. There used to have a program in the UK called Shooting Stars. What used to say, what's the scores on the doors? What's the scores on the doors, George Dawes? Anyway, I'm just talking crap again. Right, let's have a look at the chart. So, Endgame are through, and Sparta will be facing Endgame. Nube, Oasis Palms. Well, we've already seen Nube, so I'm not going to fly over that one. That's a tough game. That is a tough game. Loca are waiting for their opponent, which could be... Oh, they beat Serenity. They beat Serenity. Serenity are not going through, so it's going to be either BPS or IW. Sorry, it's going to be either BPS or BPS Wreckham or IW. So BPS. Did IW lose then? Oh, they did because they were playing Endgame. So it's either going to be BPS or Wreckham facing off on Loca. But we've got this match coming up. Endgame against Sparta in 16 minutes, to be exact. So let's set some replays up and running. This is Danielis of my clan, Vale. Yay! Let's drop my ugly mug off that.
Auf geht's.
Well, I must admit, you really, really, really can't fault the games we've seen tonight. Not in the slightest. Da-da-da-da. It's been a fantastic evening. I don't care what anybody says. It has been a fantastic evening. We have seen some truly awesome gameplay. Truly awesome gameplay. Oof. Just seeing if I've got any more replays hanging around. Because I need replays. Replays. See if anybody sent me them on an email. No. Running out.
Den haben wir fertig gemacht.
I've got others hanging around. We've got plenty of replays, I think. I think I have plenty to keep us entertained. Or maybe not. Yes, there's another one there. Sorry about this as I'm trying to sort replays out, guys. Okay. Found some other replays. Oof. Daniel is running out of ammunition rapidly. 3.6k here. Not shabby in the slightest. Bye, AMX. Goodbye. Oof. I love it when a heavy tank tells a very lightly armoured TD to just push. Just push. What you got to lose? Nothing to lose, man. It's only an IS 6. A full HP IS 6 out of that. But yeah, no, just push. You gotta love it, eh? Ooh, 40 likes. Thank you very much. Don't mind if I do. Hello, IS. Oh, look at that. Just went up the ramp a little bit too much. Does he have the spool liner, Danielis? Please have the spool liner. Oh, great roll into the side of the turret. He has the spool liner. Yay! Nice roll into the track. Now the IS-6 is a one-shot. As he comes around the corner, side on. Boom! It will be over. 6k. That's what we need. 6k. And the T-34 was like, yay. But it was only a first class. You've got to do more than 6k in a waffle tractor nowadays. Bless. Oof. Let's see who is in the final. Sorry, the semi-final with the other group who got there. So it was Loca against BPS. There you go. Loca v BPS. Right. So I'm going to play another replay and go and get another coffee. So let the replay do the talking. This is Clutch from ENT, pro player over on the Asia server. Enjoy this while I just pop away and get a coffee.
Let's get this show on the road. Penetration. Enemy armor is damaged. Nice shot. Nice shot. Enemy is hit. The track is damaged. Penetration. They're hit. Punched right through their armor. Gotcha. Fuel tank hit. Enemy armor is damaged.
I'm back.
Nice shot.
Why is the replay terrible? It's a waffle tractor, it's dead rail. Everybody goes in one corner the whole game. That's just the way it goes.
We've hit them hard.
You know, this is the problem when you have dead rail. The other problem is I don't have many replays that people haven't seen. Don't forget, man. I'm doing like three tour scenes a day against 3 different servers, and
Find us another target.
I don't have a lot of replays, and I don't play on PC. I play on touch, so I can't show you my gameplay. I mean, I can show you my replays, but nobody's seen them, unfortunately.
We're immobilized. They're hit. Enemy is hit.
Anyway, 6.1k there in the clan wagon by the man who is Clutch from the clan ENT on the Asian server. Right, we should be getting the room invite, and we do. This is the biggie. This is the semi-final. We're just going to jump out of the room. Endgame against Sparta. Hey, mate. Oof. Looking forward to this one. This is a toughie, always a toughie. However, Sparta can hold their heads high. They've played an amazing evening. Even if they do not manage to turn Endgame, they go into the 3rd place playoff. If they turn Endgame, that will just be like the cherry on the top of the very, very nice creamy cake. So there we go. Right, let's jump in the room. Endgame are not here yet. Endgame will always take their time because they've still got plenty of time. So we have Sparta. They're already readied up. They will be on the south spawn here. I have a feeling there's a bit of deja vu with the fact we're going down New Bay yet again. So we have Aminet in the chat as well. Hello, Aminet. Hello, Aminet stream. So Sparta ready up. We have Cookie in an E100, Aardvard in an E5, Extreme from the north in an E5, Patrick in a Kranwagen, 3 Vabon in a T22, Michael in a Kranwagen, and Stage in a T22. Endgame are now turning up. They're not going to ready up yet. Object 3 has, but hey, that's Object 3. We've still got 2.5 minutes to go. Endgame is still picking their meta. I watched I streamed Endgame play this map the other day. I think PYS number 2 against Raid, and boy, they had a lovely aggressive strat from this particular spawn, which is the north spawn, and they did take a double 50B. Now I can already see that Winch is in a 50B. Now if there's a double 50B, chances are they're going to play that strat again, and it was a very impressive strat. We will see, however. Still some machinations going on with Endgame as they're picking their team. At the moment, we've only got Ahmed and Object 3 ready up. Ahmed in the IS-4, Object 3 in the E5. Now, I can't remember if Ahmed used to be Nicolade or Chocolade. I can't remember. So I'm not going to try and mention which one it was. Orca has jumped into a T-57 Heavy. Well, that can also double up with the AMX-50B, to be fair. Romka is in an E5. Oh, they're still chopping and changing. They've still got over a minute to go. So, it's, you know, they have got plenty of time. Let's just wait for them to pick their meta. Interesting meta choice here by Endgame. If they're going to go out with that. The 292 T95s. Although Orca is not ready now. Endgame have a habit of doing this. Because they're Endgame and they can do this. I mean, this is a clan that generally doesn't train. They're that good. They've got so much experience in clan wars. They've been, you know, this isn't the first time they've been out. So we have Ahmed in an IS-4, Radikos in a clan wagon, Romka in an E5, Toby in a clan wagon, Winch in a T95 E6, Orca doubling up with him and also in a T95 E6, and Object 3 in an E5. Haul down tanks there. A lot of haul down tanks apart from the IS-4, of course. So I'm intrigued to see what Endgame are going to do here. So let's see. Hit points, well, it's favouring Endgame, oddly enough, even though an E100 is on the other side. Mainly because they got two T22s for Sparta. Endgame are a very, very impressive team. Very impressive. When, you know, they have the ability to be both passive-aggressive and defensive. One thing they do like doing is controlling the map and controlling the game. And already we've got the team heading towards the ramps. With Toby leading the charge there in the clan wagon. He's supported by the other clan wagon of Radikos, and Ahmed is just peeling off, as I showed you when we did the flyover earlier. Orca and Winch have dropped down. Now that's what the 50Bs did the last time Endgame played this map against Raid. We've got Sparta also taking some tanks up to the ramps, but it's what these T95s can do. Now if they can do it, like they did with the with the AMX-50s, they get round the back of these tanks and put a lot of pain into them. Now Extreme from the north has got nowhere to go other than up. He's now going to be absolutely crossfired. Object 3, Romka pushing in. He's got the T95s behind him. Toby's coming across. Poor old Extreme. He's not going to last. Down he goes. And that is how brutal Endgame can be. Stidges had to rotate back to the corner into the middle area. Wow. Ahmed is down here all alone against 3. 2 of them are Crown Wagons though, and an E100. Winch has taken down Aardvard as well, so the 2 tanks that went up the ramps for Sparta are now down. Ahmed is probably going to go down here, but he's the sacrificial lamb. He's been tying up these tanks in this middle area. Yes, Sparta have got the bases, but down goes Michael in the Crown Wagon. Now Patrick is going to be surrounded. This is how brutal Endgame can play the game. Their focus fire, their ability to find the isolate the tanks and then take them down like that is just shockingly brutal. Now Cookie Ranger is being pushed. I'm going to go behind him because you're going to see Endgame just focusing him. Radikos putting him into the bottom plate. Toby tracking him. Romka now going to try and get round the side and back of him. This is beautiful stuff from Endgame. Down he goes. Free Vabon and Stidge in the T22s. The last 2 standing. It's 2 against too many. Winch coming in. Puts a great shot into Stidge there. Here comes Orca in the T95 as well. Stidge is not long for this game either. Big rolls going in. Here come the rest of Endgame. Toby is the other player. He's going to put a shot down onto Frivabon. Frivabon goes down at the same time as Stidge. And that is the brutal efficiency of Endgame. The absolute brutal efficiency of Endgame. And, you know, they are top class. Simple as that. And we've seen a brilliant Sparta play tonight. But this is Endgame now, guys. And I said this before. The gulf between Endgame and the rest of the field is actually quite large. It actually is quite big. So we're going to swap those spawn points here. This time we will have Endgame on the south spawn, Sparta on the north spawn. Endgame, no change to their meta. IS4, Cranwagon, E5, Cranwagon, T95, T95 and E5. Same team, same players, same tanks, same meta. Moving over to Sparta, well, we have Cookie Ranger in an E5, Aardvark in an E5, Extreme from the north in the IS4, Patrick in the Cranwagon, 3 Vabon in the T22, Michael in a Clanwagon, and Stidge jumping back into his trusty mouse. Now, I mean, the beautiful thing to watch about Endgame, and this is not a slur on any of the other clans, their ability to isolate those tanks and really focus fire is unbelievable. Oh, Cookie Ranger dropping out and Milu Tintin coming in an E5. So Cookie Ranger going down as a spectator. And that is what makes them so brutal. They are just unbelievable. You see it there. They just isolate a tank and then literally put all their guns on it. And it's absolutely lovely to watch. Lovely to watch. And don't forget, this is all happening in like double quick time. So they've got to coordinate it. It's this really is the pinnacle of what the clans are aiming for. Anyway, this time Endgame again not getting the hit point advantage, going to Sparta mainly because of that mouse. But that doesn't care, it doesn't matter. Not at this. I mean, the amount, the difference is 300. It's neither here nor there. So Endgame have got one foot into today's final at the expense of Sparta. Sparta, however, we have seen them turn BPS around. But let's get up high and to the back of the map. So we can see again Endgame looking for those ramps. The T95s going out wide again, probably. Romka just rotating in, probably going to drop behind Object 3. Ahmed, I'm anticipating peeling off here. Yes, there he goes. And the Crown Wagon's going to the ramps. T95's going down. But Sparta are not coming to the ramps this time. Well, they are. Aardvark is there, but not all of them. They are taking more defensionary precautions. Extreme from the north and Aardvark are the only two at the ramps. Good shots going into Aardvark there. That's come across from Radikos in the Crown Wagon. B cap has been taken, so a cap advantage will go. Now, Sparta have lined the majority of their tanks up in the middle area. We've got the E5, the 2 Crown Wagons, and the Mouse. Now, the T95s, well, they've come round, but unlike the last time, they're on the opposite ramp, so it makes it a little bit more difficult. Now we've got the Crown Wagons pushing up. Aardvark, however, is being focused. And the Crown Wagons are coming up into, and they've got support from Milu Tintin in the E5. Toby is going to go down. Down goes Toby. But Aardvark also goes down, so tanks down a piece. Ahmed is now coming up at the back, being able to put shots into that mouse, but he misses, or he bounces, one of the two. Don't think he missed. Well, he may have missed actually, as he's just going up the hill. Well, Radikos here is now in trouble in the Crown Wagon. Milu Tintin is trying to get the shots in. Romka's coming around to give some support, but Radikos is going down. Extreme from the north in the IS-4 has gone down. The T-95's doing their job. Now, 2 tanks down a piece. The points are in favour of Sparta. Stidge in the mouse, but coming in, trying to push down onto Object 3 and Orca. Romka trying to help out with cross shots there. Ahmed also pushing it. In the top of the map, we've got the T-95 and Winch pushing down on the T-22. Object 3 here is being bullied. Drops his reactive armour, but it's not going to be enough. He's going to be bullied by the mouse and by Milu Tintin in the E5. He whittles me. Oh, Tintin goes down. But at the same time, so did Object 3. Now we've got Romka and Ahmed here putting shots across those Crown Wagons. It's even Stevens. You can see that Orca's coming round, trying to bully the mouse, trying to get round the side and the back. Winch has just taken down 3 Vabon, so it's now 3 against 4. Winch is a one-shot. Orca's doing great stuff here with the mouse. And Michael is a one-shot, but he may be able to put shots into Orca here. Oh, that's a good shot by Stitch, and that's a miss by Michael, but he may be able to get another one in, but no, Orca turns it around. Now the Crown Wagon Patrick is going to be pushed by Ahmed and Romka. Down he goes, leaving Stitch as the last man standing, but Winch is a one-shot. Romka drops down and loses 500 HP. Stitch bounces. Ahmed is a one-shot as well. Rolls. Stitch trying to get Winch. Ahmed's going to kill himself. And he does. But Romka puts one. Oh my God. Romka puts one into the bottom plate and finishes it off. Again, that was a much better game from Sparta. They sort of anticipated what Endgame were going to do. Stitch again doing great stuff there. But Romka also doing great stuff in the mouse. Close game, that one. Very, very close game. It was closer than what it looked. Like I was saying, Sparta moreover anticipated this time what Endgame were going to do and didn't actually play Endgame's game and took the game to Endgame and sort of forced Endgame to play Sparta's game, which was why it was a little bit different. But Endgame, well, they're through to the final. Do we know who, in what, in when, in how? Well, we know when. It's in about 20 minutes. Do we know who? So we know Endgame are through. We know Sparta are through. It's now between Loca and BPS. They're still playing. So let's get another replay up and running. Because we're not going out until I think it's 4 minutes past the hour. That's 7 minutes past the hour, actually. Well, 8 minutes past the hour. So we got 20 odd minutes. So let's get another replay up and running whilst we're waiting. Although I must admit, I'm running out. This time we've got an E100 courtesy of Rivaldi on the Asian server again. Oh, is this the real His Royal Fatness? Because there are a few Royal Fatnesses going around at the moment. I think this is the real one then. Hello HRF, how you doing, fella? Don't forget, unless you haven't heard, and I did mention this in the coffee chat, His Royal Fatness is also now an official CC for Blitz, which is a long time overdue, and it's great to have somebody of his caliber from the NA server in the CC side. Brilliant. So, big congratulations to His Royal Fatness, and I'm sure you'll all join me with saying big congratulations to HRF. That last game was a lot closer than you think, believe me. Sparta putting some pain down onto Endgame there. Endgame didn't all have it their way. So it is the fake fatness. Oh, there you go, look. I thought it was the fake one. But that's not the fake Chocolade. Hello, Shock. How you doing, mate? Brutal stuff by you guys again tonight, by the way. In that first game.
Wir haben sie voll erwischt.
As I said, that's not the fake Chocolade. Those of you not in the know, Chocolade is in Endgame, by the way. You should be in the know. If you're watching Clan Wars, you should know who Chocolade is. And now, everybody's going to know who Stygian is. That's more important. Sorry, Shock, but it is, because he's done some massive carries today as Styg. Rigged RNG, says Styg. Well, playing some great stuff. Oof, we got a long time, and I don't know if I've got any. That was a big brain jump from the bridge, to be fair. It was a great way to kill yourself. Well, I'm intrigued to see what's going to happen here, because no, I don't think you did get a hit, Shock. I think you just killed yourself, man. Styg was still loading. Styg was still loading, mate, as you were committing Harry Carry. Oh, you did you? It didn't look like you did. I thought you were still loading up. I'll have to recheck that. I'll have to go back on the stream and have a look. I thought you were still loading, Styg. Okay. The irony is, they're having this conversation now in real time, and they're not going to hear what I'm saying to their conversation, like, for another 4.5 minutes or so. And they're going to be, and you're all going to be sat there going, hey, what? What are you talking about? What are you on about? Makes no sense. That's the real royal fatness. It was only third class. I don't know why he sent me that. Like I said, that's the real one, guys. But what I said earlier is still stands. He still deserves a big congratulations. The real one, that is, not the fake one, but the real one. Darn it, I've run out of replays. Which means you have to watch one of my replays, unfortunately. Sorry, way it goes. I'll warn you in advance. Hello, the real royal fatness. I'll warn you in advance, it's not a mastery. I tried hard to get a mastery in this tank, on this game, but it was just not going to be. Shock summoned HRF. There you go, look. What are you talking about? Not spicy friendly. HRF is friendly to everybody. Everybody. I make a ton of mistakes in this game, to be fair. An absolute ton. Thing is, I do like this little tier 9 pattern, to be honest with you. It's a nice little tank. But I do make a ton of mistakes here. I should have moved out rather than try to be greedy with the IS-7. Trying to track him, I just shouldn't have done it really. I lost far too many hit points in that brawl. It was not a good trade. Not really. And that was a bad shot on the T-54. I get lucky in a minute with the Foch, I'll be honest with you. Get lucky there with the M48 missing me as well. Now I'm down to 70 HP. That was just a bad move on my part. Now I get lucky with the Foch. I don't know what the Foch is doing. But he's just going to sit there and let me farm him, which is very nice of him. I like it when people are nice like that. And the 54 is trying to come around and give me a hard time. And I've got to be really careful here. I'm on 70 HP. 70 HP is not good when you're up against those tanks. I've got a tier 10 and 2 tier 9s. So I pondered relocating here and coming around the back of them as they were being pushed. Hoping to put something into this pattern. And I do. I'll leave him on a one shot. Can I finish him off here? I think I do actually. Can't remember. Oh no, I bounce him. So he's now going to push me. So I think I get a little bit lucky here with the pattern. So I managed to just shoot him before he shoots me. 3.8k, 2 kills, bit of brawly, a lot of mistakes, but only a first class. But I was happy with the game. Like I said, I made a lot of mistakes. There was a lot of silly mistakes made there, and I got a little bit lucky with this Foch, to be perfectly frank and honest with you. But it was enjoyable. Now I've really run out of replays, so you're gonna have to watch another one of my games, and everybody's already seen it. But it's just the way it works, isn't it? Eh? I've played it too many times already, everybody's seen it, so... Again, make a couple of mistakes in this game. Especially at the beginning with the AMX. And again, I get a little bit lucky with a couple of moves made by the enemy team. So, for example, you're going to see an Emil 2 here push right through the middle towards the out in the open, which was very nice of him to do. So it was very convenient for me to smack him. Thanks for popping in, HRF. Catch you later, my friend. By later, I mean probably on the NA stream later. So this is a stupid shot I pull here. I shouldn't have tried to take this shot. It was always going to be difficult. Like I said, at the beginning of the game here, I just make a few errors. Just really not thinking properly. I'm not going to take out the Emil. He's too low on hit points for my big gun. Now, I should have loaded HE here and put it into the engine deck of the AMX, but I loaded AP. So that was a bit daft, to be fair. I'd love to shoot the TVP, but I can't. That's why I'm not taking the shot. I'm not going to try and snap it when there's a carcass of a Foch there. He's hidden behind that. I may be able to get the Vickers CR though as he runs around. Load the HE, try and get one into his engine deck, wait for the wreck to come down, and manage to take him out. Get a bit lucky here with the U100. He's completely oblivious to my existence, which is a mistake. So I do get lucky here. Able to put a nice roll into his engine deck, get a good engine fire, whittle him down to next to nothing. I'm going to take the shot from him. He's not going to ammo rack me. He's going to do the 600. Now I'm going to knock him out now. There we go. So now I know they've got a TVP and 2 Jaegeroos. This is where I make another mistake. Again, try to be a bit greedy here. Trying to go for that big shot on the side, but I should have gone for just for his lower plate. But it happened, yeah. Now I get a bit lucky again. He sits in the open, which is very nice of him. You don't see the shot go in, but it does connect. It doesn't register at the moment, but you'll see at the end of the game that it does actually connect. Thank you, Spartan Leopard. Now we have to put one into his bottom plate. I'm not going to go for the side again. Bottom plate this time. Always go for bottom plate. And there's the other Jaegeroo. So I'm going to pop down. I know the TVP was over there. In fact, I'm hoping to flush the TVP out. I get spotted as I drop down. TVP is now going to rush me. Get a nice bounce. He then makes a mistake. I load HE trying to get his engine deck, but I was not in a good position. So now I've got a long reload, so all I'm going to do is ram him. And continue to ram him. And there we go. Now I'm going to push up on the Jaegeroo. I don't think I can get there in time. But you never know. Might do. He's got quite a lot of HP. He's got a T-22. Yeah, I've got it, Spartan. Thank you. It's too late. I can't play it now, mate. Because we've got 5 minutes, so I've got to just replay a finish in like a couple of seconds. So here we go. It'll be okay. So I'm going to come around onto the Jaegeroo. Try and put one into his bottom plate. Not going for the side shot again. See if I can finish him off. Cheeks are a bit too dangerous, but the bottom plate isn't. Knock him for 596. Says I'll do 5,891. I actually do just over 6.3k, I think. So Like I said, though, yeah, 6.6k. So a bit lucky in that game, but it was still nice. So, let's jump into the final. Loca against Endgame here on Middleburg. Loca turning over BPS, who will now go out against Sparta. So we have Loca on the north spawn, Endgame on the south. Other way around. Loca on the south spawn, Endgame on the north. My bad. We've got plenty of time before they ready up, so there's no rush. Put the webcam back on. There we go. So this time we got Amunet following there. We also got Wild Ones Alpha jumping in as well. Endgame, sorry, not Endgame. Loca have readied up. We have Fantastic in a 215B, the Phoenix in a Kranwagen, Vanasaur in an E5, Fantastic in an E5, someone from the north in an IS4, Unif Punjani in a Kranwagen, and Ut in a 215B. So double 215B strat here. A lot of hold down tanks. Looking at the C-cap, they haven't got a medium though, which is interesting, so they're not looking to roll around the map. We go to Endgame, well, excuse me, I'm in an E5, Radikos in an E5, Romka in an E5, Toby in a Kranwagen, Winch in a Kranwagen, Orca dropping into a T22, and Object 3 in an E5. Again, with the exception of Orca, who may go up to the CSAT just to sort of get those early spots and etc, etc. We're probably also looking at a C-strat. Orca over in the T22 is going to be able to rotate around the map a lot better with that mobility than the lack of mediums for Loca here. But you never know what they're going to do. I mean, I keep telling you, multiple strats on these maps, so you can never really tell. Truth be known. So, not long to go now, less than a minute. So let's see how it's going. I don't remember Spartan Leopard. I am streaming NA later, so if I don't use it now, I'll definitely use it then. Yeah, man. So coming up to the 20 seconds mark before we kick off to this final of Previous Skill number 3. Final stage here on EU, Loca against Endgame. Great to see Loca up here. It's nice to see that they're coming back. They had a disappointing winter season. Let's not kid ourselves. But they're back on the rise. Let's see how they do here against Endgame. Always a tricky opponent, as we know. So, hit points are in the favour of Loca, mainly because they're all heavy. But we will see. No blue octo camos. That's interesting. Let's get up into the back. So, well, we've got Finjani, the Phoenix, and someone from the north going down, and we've got the whole of Endgame going down. Vanasaur has gone up, so Endgame are looking to basically bum rush them in the city here. Very aggressive strat. Ahmed, Romka, and Rodakos are coming in, trying to put pressure onto someone from the north, and boy, are they putting pressure onto someone from the north. C-cap will be taken by Loca. this is an aggressive move. Now you're going to get Object 3 and Orca coming round as well to put the side shots in. So Object 3 has been spotted though. I think he wanted to be less spotted. Orca's just over there as well. Now we've got Loca trying to make a comeback here with a counter push. Ut, fantastic. Someone from the north. We've got the two Crown Wagons over at the back there, and fantastic in the Octopus also pushing. This is making Endgame retreat a little bit. Endgame do have the hit point advantage, the cap advantage at the moment. Object 3 getting a good smacking there by Fantastic. Now someone, Unipinjani and the Phoenix, looking to push down onto Object 3 and Orca here. At the top we've got Endgame pushing onto the E5 of Vanasaur. Orca's going to go down here. I think down he goes, courtesy of someone from the north. Object 3 now is surrounded. Let's move over to this side. We've already lost Ahmed. Radikos. Wow, Romka here. So, and you got Toby and Winch at the top there, toying around with Vanasaur. Romka, well, he's in a world of trouble as well. Object 3 has gone down. That was always going to happen with Unif Pinjani and the Phoenix pushing down. Romka, great shot from the top from Vanasaur. So the Winch and Toby not able to deal with him. Now it's 2 against far too many. Toby and Winch are the last 2 standing. They no longer have the base points. This is great stuff from Loca. The endgame strat not working. Seriously not working. Loca were onto it very quickly and were able to punish endgame here. So, unless some kind of RNG miracle besets Loca, they're going to win this, and it'll be them going into the next round, into the next game, 1 to the greater. I mean, Toby and Winch here still able to sort of farm, but they're losing out on base points. So even if they farm, I mean, all they've got to do, Fantastic and Pajani is just got to stay there. Down goes Winch. Toby hasn't got a hope in house chance, so he knows that, so he's just going to absolutely rollo it down there, and it all up. I don't know if Winch was like double or triple tap there, but he lost a lot of hit points. I don't think it was an ammo rack, but he did lose a lot of hit points very quickly. And as you can see, really, really good stuff by Loca, losing Vanasaur. That's the only one they lost. Really taking the game to endgame. Endgame strat not effectively working here today. Loca able to sort of not really anticipate it, but react to it, which was very nice indeed. So we're going to switch those spawn points. This time we have Loca on the north spawn, endgame on the south spawn. Loca, well, endgame we've read it up first. We have Ahmed in an E5, Radikos in a Crown Wagon, Romka in an E5, Toby in a Crown Wagon, Winch in the IS4, Orca in T22, Object 3 in an E5. Moving over to Loca, we have Foxtastic in a 215B, the Phoenix in a Crown Wagon, Vanasaur in an E5, Ventastic in an E5, someone from the north in an E5, Unif Panjani in a Crown Wagon, and Ut in a 215B. So again, no real change there to the meta for either team. Well, Gaseo Tastic being put on the bench. Along with G-Tastic. Well, there you go. And we still got half a minute to go, so plenty of time. Looking at the other games here, it looks like BPSR 1 up against Sparta. Every good name is taken to streaming that, by the way. But we're both onto this game. Hit points, well, next to nothing in it. Endgame just have a slight advantage, but it's nothing really. It's teeny, tiny, tiny, teeny. So let's get up to the back of the map. For the last time or for the penultimate time? Well, we don't know. So we've got the 215Bs heading up north towards that C cap. Orca is also heading that way. Vanasaur is already up there. Rest of Loca dropping into the A cap. The way Endgame is stacking up, they've only sent 2 tanks down this time, an IS-4 and an E5. That's Ahmed and Winch. The rest of Endgame heading up north into the C cap. Orca's already there, spotting Vanasaur. Now the 215Bs are just holding back. So what's going to happen is Loca are looking to push these two here. Cap advantage again is going to Endgame, but now Ahmed and Winch are being pushed heavily. Ahmed is now a one-shot. Now, if you have a look at the mini-map, as I just pull out, here come the rest of Endgame though. Boom, Toby, Object 3, Romka and Radikos all coming down to put pressure now onto this middle area. It's 4 against a lot, but the 215Bs are there for a reason. Now Orca's dropping down as well. Sorry guys, we're getting a bit of packet loss here, 10%. Here comes Toby in the Grand Wagon. Ahmed is still alive, but Fantastic is being really pummeled here. So is someone from the north. Hoot is up to come back round. C-Cap is going to be taken by Vanasaur, but down goes Fantastic. But Endgame have been bled here. Loca are not giving it all up. They are bleeding Endgame. Loca got 10,000 HP compared to the 7,000 of Endgame here. Endgame they've got the base points, they've got the advantage, but they don't have the HP advantage. They have the tank advantage only. Someone from the north should be going down here, but he's managed to get out of harm's way. But Radikos may be able to take him. Radikos does. But down goes Ahmed. Object 3 has just lost 1,000 HP in one big roll. A double tap. So he's not going to last. The 215B here of Hooch should dare take him, or even Uff and Punjani. I don't know if they're struggling with the package loss like I'm struggling here. But down goes Romka. Down goes Fantastic though. Winch and the Phoenix are toying with each other. Let's get over there. I'd be interested to know if Endgame are also struggling with the package loss like we are here. And Loca. Down goes Ute. Down goes Phoenix. It's 2 against 2. Vanasaur against Unif Punjami against Orca and Winch. Winch, however, is very low. Vanasaur is very high. Unif Punjami is also very high. Orca is being whittled down here. He's been whittled down to the extent that he's gone. This is also going to go to Loca. Now, I don't know if either team have struggled with packet loss there. I mean, you saw the Loca get it on the points. You saw that I was getting up to 10% package loss, so I'm not 100% certain. I'm just going to pop over to Aminet's stream to see what her package loss is. I don't know. Great stuff there. Unif Bajani doing 4.8k. Awesome stuff. So, Endgame being turned over by Loca here, but I'm interested to see if that was because of packet loss. That's what I'm interested to know. Now, I'm not going to realistically find out. Let's have a look. Obviously, I'm looking at the delayed streams as well. So, I don't know. I don't know if there was package loss there being suffered. I mean, I suddenly had massive ping and massive package loss, so they could have been suffering from that also. Let's have a quick look at see how the third place went. It was Sparta against BPS, and they're still playing, so that's still out and about with every good name is taken. I'm trying to work out here if there's been package loss on the other street. I'm not going to see if Jack has got packet loss because his webcam is in that corner. Or is he in that corner? No, he's got other things. He's got other things in that corner. So bear with me 2 seconds. So Aminet's game is about to kick off. So I'll get to see her ping in loss. Her ping will be better than mine because she's sort of almost right next to the server. No, her ping is pretty high as well. Considering that, yeah, her ping is in the 130s, which is unlike that. It's now dropping. She's not no loss at the moment though. Jack's ping was over 200 when he started then. Yeah, the ping is going up and down, up and down, up and down. So I don't know if the clan struggled there with loss in ping. I mean, its ping is now stabling, but Wild One's alpha is his ping is going up. It's not stabilizing like Amunet's. And Every Good Name Is Taken is also experiencing high-ish ping. And that was around this area that I got package loss. No, I mean, its stream seems okay. She didn't have loss. High ping on Jack's stream. No loss though. No, but very high ping though, compared to what it should be. So I don't know, maybe there was some suffering there, but congratulations to Loca. They turn over Endgame. Still haven't had a result in BPS against Sparta. No, they're still playing, so we don't know who's going to be the winner there. But the big news of the night: Loca turning over Endgame. That will propel Loca back into where they need to be. That's the top 8. Raid will drop out of the top 8, unfortunately for them. Endgame should potentially, I think they will leapfrog Serenity. So there's still a lot to go, guys. It's not cool runnings for everybody just yet. People can't be patting everybody on the back just yet. And well, that's really it from me tonight, guys. I'm back shortly in like, well, 4 hours for the NA PYS number 3. So until then, seriously, thank you for popping in. It's been a pleasure to host you again. We have seen some fantastic games tonight. Big congratulations to Stige and Sparta. They have really played their hearts out. And don't know if they've come third or not, but well, whichever way they look at it, they're going to be happy. They are going to be happy. As I said, I'm back again 4 hours from now with the NA stream, where I'll be going out with Pincer in PYS number 3 final group stages over there on NA. So until then, guys, enjoy the rest of whatever time of the day you are in. And until the next time, have a good one. Big thank you to the mods for keeping the chat nice and friendly. And of course, big thank you for you for coming and supporting the clans and the stream. Bye for now, guys. All the best.